Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Preeti Kanogia, and before you to present a systematic review of the evolution under epigenetic influence of id, ego, and superego in either gender. I am representing the Department of Physiology, GSPM Medical College, Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. I am thankful to the Department of Physiology, AIMS Rishikesh, for providing me a golden opportunity to present this poster before you. According to the Freud psychoanalytic theory, id is the primitive and instinctual part of the mind that contains sexual and violent drives and hidden memories, and superego as a moral conscience, and ego being the realistic part that mediates between the desires of the id and the superego. With trending globalization, the attitudes and cultures have permeated across geographical borders, hugely influencing and modifying thought processes and thus behavior. This systematic review aims to seek to what extent, if any, or rate of behavior under the influence of id, ego, superego evolves in different genders globally. The analysis was done following the PRISMA guidelines. It included animal studies, original articles, and systematic reviews. Google Scholar, PubMed, Dowage Database, Cochrane Central were exploited for the analysis. The result of the study states that the Freud's view of the female development, which emphasized on the penis envy and the Oedipus complex, resolved in the later part of the life in the form of the neurotic solution, a masculinity complex, or in a form of the normal feminine attitude involving the acceptance of the anatomic inferiority, passivity, masochism, and narcissism. But the modern psychoanalytic views have rejected or reformulated many of these theories. The penis envy, a normal phase of development, is resolved in most women and develops strong, albeit different, superego structures questioning female character triad and emphasizing the role of environmental factors. While narcissistic activities may promote structuralization, they also serve to shore up a precarious sense of gender identity. Female ego and superego are different, but not inferior to the male. Femininity is not a simple reductionism, and overgeneralization cannot be predominantly derived from a primary masculinity or disappointed maleness. The castration reaction and penis envy contribute to the feminine character, but are not the major determinants of femininity, instead closely related to the girl's bisexual masculinity. The female Oedipus complex is central to feminine development but has significant normative roots in the primary and positive feminine identifications. Contemporary psychology of women emphasizes concepts of gender and sexual identity, body image and self-representation, psychosexual response, and empathetic motherliness, etc. But current theoretical amendments conceptualize mature female autonomy, pride, and self-esteem. On comparison of impulse ego and superego functions in better adjusted and more poorly adjusted delinquent adults and girls, it was predicted that the high adjusted group would make more ego and superego responses and fewer impulse responses than the lower adjusted group. But no significant differences were found between the two groups. There are few reversal of sex differences and many instances of no detectable sex differences. And this tends to confirm the cultural rather than directly biological nature of the gender differences. Cultures vary in the degree to which these differentiations are made. Correlational analysis suggests some of the social conditions influencing these variations and helps in understanding why Western society have relatively small sex differentiation. The Freud's dictum of anatomy is destiny is no longer the linchpin of the psychoanalytic gender theory. The research on masculinization differentiates the non-core and the core gender identity from the gender role identity, stating that maleness is different from masculinity, which is a more complex phenomena. The non-traditional gender role traits and ideals, that is masculinity for females and femininity for males, are associated with higher levels of ego development. Thus concluding that the Freud's psychoanalytic view provides the backbone of the gender differentiation, but with globalization of a time, modern psychoanalytic views have refuted old rigid principles and provided deeper insights with fruitful extensions of the same in imparting psychoanalytic treatment. Thank you.